In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco, and that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. And this...
That is intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Like that.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle.
Yeah.
On the play fake, Dak. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to Arlington in a moment. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal.
Here we go. Like that.
Here's a run to the 5-yard line. Here now, second down and goal.
Here we go. What is it?
They'll go with him again. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3.
The tackle by Leo Chanel. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
Third and goal.
Yeah, here we go. Like that. What is it?
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And he's going to be stopped. He gets 2 down to the 2-yard line, but now it's 4th down. Never a doubt on that sideline. The offense stays out. They'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, kill.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Yellow.
Now it's Hero. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Mahomes back. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. Try again. It's second and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. On first down, it's Mahomes. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Play action now. Prescott. He keeps it himself. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts.
A 45-yard attempt.
Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Into space. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 84 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
That one off the left upright, but it bounds in. High degree of difficulty, but the doink gets a point. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. This one, a deep shot for Rice. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Off the play fake, Mahomes. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Now Mahomes. To the left side. Caught by Kelsey.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on down.